Hi, my name is Brian with Ace Appliance in Toledo, Ohio, and welcome back to another quality video from ApplianceVideo.com.
We got a Whirlpool microwave here, and the complaint is it's making noise when the vent fan is running. So if we turn the vent fan on here, you can hear it sounds like the fan blades might be hitting against something. There could be something in there, possibly a bad fan motor. So we're going to have to access that fan compartment, we're going to need to take this unmount this microwave from the cabinets here and take off the outer shell of it and get inside there to the fan motor. The tools needed for this repair are a flathead screwdriver and a Phillips screwdriver. Alright, the first thing to do to unmount your microwave from your cabinets is take the two mounting bolts out of the top here. They're going to be Phillips screws, one on each side here that will remove, and you want to support the front of the microwave also when you remove these. The front of the microwave is supported by these two mounting bolts, and then the back of the microwave hooks onto a frame that's attached to the back of the wall. We're going to unplug the unit. It's probably a good idea to unplug it before you take those two screws out. And now the front of the microwave will tip down. You want to keep it supported. We can get our cord through the opening here. And then we're going to lift the back of the unit off of the frame and set it down onto our blanket here. Alright, now that we got the microwave down and spun around to the back side of it, we're going to take off the shell or the cabinet of the microwave here to take a look inside there at our fan compartment. So to do that, there's going to be some Phillips screws around the outside edge here to remove. And there's going to be a couple Phillips screws on the top here to remove as well. We got two on the right side here, and looks like we got one over here in the left front corner and two across the front edge, and also one on the right corner over here. Alright, next one we'll slide this over so we can get to the bottom of each side. There's going to be two screws at the bottom here on each side to remove as well. Three screws. Alright, now we can remove the cabinet. There's going to be a wire harness inside here for the incoming the power cord. We're going to push in on the clip and release that. Alright, so we're just releasing that clip inside here. You can use a flat blade screwdriver to help you get that tab out of there if you can't get it with your fingers. Alright, and then also we're going to have a ground screw that's attached to the cabinet here from that power cord, so we're going to have to remove that screw as well so we can pull the cabinet off of the microwave here with the power cord with it. Alright, now we're at the vent fan compartment here on the top of the microwave after the cabinet's been removed. And to gain access inside there to the blade so we can check it out, we're going to have some Phillips screws around the edge here to remove the top cover. So we'll go ahead and do that. The back screw here is going to be underneath the back of the frame of the back panel of the microwave here, so we'll have to flex it out a little bit while we remove that one. So it looks like it's just 4 screws around the edge of the cover. Try and take this cover off now. To flex out the back panel again. And there's actually going to be the metal frame of this top panel has some notches here that fit over top of the plastic housing. So we'll release those. And we can flip it over. Our fan motors and fan blades attached to the bottom of that. Alright, so just doing an inspection of the fan here, giving it a spin. The fan itself doesn't seem to be making any noise, so it seems like it's in good shape. We'll take a look at the inside here of the housing that it sat in. See if we can't see anything that was rubbing against it. Possibly could be this little piece here of like a cardboard cover of something that it might have been rubbing against. Trying to give the fan a spin while we put it back in place and see if we can hear that noise again. Alright, so after inspecting this, the only thing that I can see that's possibly making the noise is going to be this cover that's inside the microwave here. It's like a cardboard cover for some wires underneath there. So we're going to have to adjust that, get it back out of the way, or possibly even trim it, and put our fan back in and see if it makes the noise.
Yeah, looks like the camera's rolling.
So if we give the motor a spin here, I'm not sure if we showed this earlier, but the motor itself isn't making any noise, or the bearings inside the motor as we spin it, by hand anyways, is not making any noise. So that's why we suspected there's something inside here rubbing. So we got the cover all taken care of here and pushed back and adjusted. We're going to go ahead and put our fan motor back in place and turn the vent back on with power hooked back up to the microwave and see if it's still rubbing or making noise. Lock the tabs in of the cover to the base or the fan housing there. We'll reinstall our screws. Alright, so what we found is it wasn't that cardboard cover that was rubbing on the fan blades. It was actually just the bottom of the fan blade where it sits to the bottom of the plastic housing here. A very, very small gap there in between there, and it was just rubbing there. So we just adjusted a couple things, brought the fan back over up off of that plastic housing there, gave it a bigger gap, and now it's not rubbing again. So there was a little play in the blade of the fan motor here, which I assume and believe is normal, where the fan blade would slide up and down a little bit on the motor shaft. It's possible that it's more than it used to be, and it dropped down just a little further and started rubbing on that plastic housing. So we're going to try and adjust it, which we've done, and get it back up and running and save the purchase of a new fan motor. Alright, we'll go ahead and plug it in and see if it's making any noise. To plug it in, we're going to have to bring the cover back over so we can plug the cord back into it and everything. So we'll just kind of set it in place.
Okay, go ahead.
Alright, so we're just plugged in the Molex connector of our electrical power supply. And we're gonna put the ground screw back in place temporarily. All right, so now we got the unit plugged back in and we're just testing out the vent fan motor. And you can hear it's not making any noise at this point. So just by adjusting that, we've taken care of the problem of the fan making a rubbing against the housing, creating a noise while it runs. All right, so now we just have to reinstall our cabinet and remount the cabinet, or remount the microwave to the cabinet. So what we're going to do here is there is on our cabinet, there's going to be some tabs here that are going to slip behind the cabinet here on each side. And then let's see on the top here. On the top here, we don't have any tabs, so we're just going to line our sides up. It's going to go behind this white frame here. And then we can reinstall our screws all the way around and on the bottom. All right, we'll go ahead and mount the microwave back to the cabinets. And it's always helpful if you have an extra hand to help you lift it in place. And uninstall it also is helpful. Get this side in here. All right. I'm going to set the back of the microwave into the tabs of the frame or the mount. And we're going to have to get our cord through the hole drilled out through the cabinet here. You got it? All right, push it back into place. We'll reinstall our bolts through the cabinets.
Good.
Yep. The filters came out when we were lowering it. We'll put them back in. All right, we're just going to test it out again while now that we have it remounted and power hooked back up to it. and we're still good to go with the motor. The motor's not making any noise. Try the different speeds here and let it come to a complete stop here, and no more noise.
Thank you for watching another quality video from ApplianceVideo.com.